Imagine finding out that the one person you trusted most was secretly betraying you. And then somehow, you became the bad guy in everyone's eyes. This is the story of how my best friend took my ex, turned my friends against me, and left me questioning if I was the problem all along. But trust me, the ending? Nobody saw it coming. I met Daniel back in high school. From the very beginning, he wasn't just a friend. He was like a brother to me. We played video games together, studied together, and even shared our dreams about the future. He always said, "No matter what happens, bro, we got each other." And I believed him. Fast forward a few years, I started dating Sophia. She was beautiful, smart, and had this way of making every room brighter. At first, everything was perfect. We laughed a lot. We traveled when we could, and I honestly thought she was the one. Naturally, I introduced her to Daniel. I mean, why wouldn't I? He was my best friend, and I wanted the two most important people in my life to get along. And at first, they did. We'd all hang out together, going to movies, grabbing food after class, even late-night drives just talking about life. I remember once joking, "Wow, Daniel, you and Sophia get along almost too well." We all laughed, and I didn't think twice about it. But here's the thing. Relationships aren't always as perfect as they look on the outside. After about a year, Sophia and I started to drift. Little arguments here and there. She'd say I was too focused on work, and I'd feel like she didn't understand how hard I was trying for our future. We were both frustrated. Still, I loved her, and I thought we could work it out. When things got really rough, guess who I turned to for advice? Daniel. I'd pour my heart out to him. "Man, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I feel like Sophia's slipping away from me." And Daniel would nod and say things like, "Don't worry, bro. She's just emotional. She'll come around." Looking back, those conversations feel so different now. Like maybe he wasn't just listening. Maybe he was taking notes. Eventually, Sophia and I broke up. It wasn't explosive, but it hurt. She said she needed space, that we weren't connecting anymore. I remember walking away from that conversation feeling like a failure. The only thing that gave me comfort was that Daniel was there to pick me up. He told me, "Forget her, man. You deserve better." But then came the night everything changed. I was scrolling through Instagram, trying to distract myself, when I saw it. A photo of Daniel and Sophia. At first, it was just them smiling, but something about the way they stood so close made my stomach turn. I thought maybe it was just me overthinking, but then I swiped. Another photo. This time, his arm around her waist. Another swipe, and there it was. Him kissing her cheek. My hand started shaking. I couldn't believe it. My best friend, the person I trusted with everything, was now with the girl who had just broken my heart. I confronted him immediately. I called him and said, "Daniel, what is this? You and Sophia?" There was a long pause. Then he sighed and said, "Look, man, it just happened. We didn't mean for it to, but we're in love now." In love? Those words cut like a knife. This wasn't some random fling. He was basically telling me that everything I had shared with him about my relationship was now his roadmap. I was furious, but what made it worse was when I tried to tell our mutual friends. I thought they'd see what kind of betrayal this was. Instead, I started hearing whispers. Apparently, Daniel and Sophia had been telling people that I was the toxic one, that I never treated Sophia right, that I was controlling and insecure, and Daniel had just saved her from me. The lies spread fast. Friends who had known me for years started pulling away. Group chats suddenly went quiet whenever I joined. Invitations to hang out stopped coming. Even at work, I noticed coworkers whispering when I walked by. One day, I called one of my closest friends from our group and asked what was going on. And she said, "Look, I don't want to get involved, but honestly, Daniel said you were controlling." If that's true, maybe Sophia just needed an escape. I couldn't believe my ears. I said, "Are you serious? You've known me for years. You really think I'd do that?" But she just stayed quiet. That silence told me everything. They didn't believe me. They believed him. It felt like I was living in a nightmare. I wasn't just heartbroken anymore. I was completely isolated. Betrayed by my girlfriend, stabbed in the back by my best friend, and abandoned by the people I thought would stand by me. Nights were the worst. I'd lie awake replaying everything in my head, asking myself over and over, was I really the problem? Did I deserve this? Months passed. I kept my distance, trying to rebuild my life. But one evening, out of nowhere, I got a message from someone I barely knew. She was dating Daniel's roommate at the time. The message said, "Hey, I think you should see this." Attached were screenshots of conversations between Sophia and another guy. Not Daniel, some completely different guy. In the messages, Sophia wrote, "Don't worry, Daniel won't find out. He's too naive." The other guy replied, "Haha, he really thinks you love him? I just sat there staring at my phone. All the pain, all the humiliation, and for what? So Daniel could be used the exact same way I was?" Eventually, word got out. Daniel found out the truth, and their perfect relationship crumbled. The same friends who had abandoned me suddenly acted like they had no idea what was happening. They came crawling back, saying things like, "Wow, I guess you were right all along." But by then, I didn't even care. Daniel lost everything: his relationship, his reputation, and even the friends he stole from me. As for Sophia, she moved on to the next guy like nothing had ever happened. Looking back, yeah, I lost people I thought were my friends. But honestly, I gained something more important: peace. Because now I know who's really loyal and who's not. And if you ask me, it's better to be alone than surrounded by fake friends. But here's the thing: am I wrong for cutting Daniel and Sophia out of my life completely? Should I have forgiven them? Or was walking away the only choice? You tell me.